We are recording.
Is this working for any chance?
Yeah,
No?
that looks good. No, you're good.
Okay.
Your solo account has got better probes.
So you can see the meeting minutes?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. Thanks. Okay, let's go to our weekly routine. Let's record this. Do we have this recorded? Yes, we do. Community testing day.
So it's going great. All of the tests which needs to be automated are work in progress. So hopefully by the end of this release, any tests which needs to be automated should be done. But we still have 12 P0s which cannot be automated and needs ownership. And this is the second week and the last week of community testing.
Why can't they be automated? They're more like concept docs, that sort of thing?
Yeah, they are.
Okay. How many test cases are we automating this release?
I think approximately 12 to 15, Josh. Okay. Those were the left.
Are those all staffed, or are you having problems finding people to
all of them are staffed. All of them are staffed. It's just this 12 P0s, which, as I said, cannot be automated but needs owners.
So maybe we could review the list, because sometimes we have a bunch of P0s that don't really need to be P0s.
Yeah.
You know, part of that is just nothing has changed in the area, so we don't think it needs a review.
Yeah, there are these concept docs, which, to be honest, not changes every
right.
cycle, but still we mark them as P0s and still ask for testing, just because they are like the pages which hit really hard in Istio, like what is Istio, security, those kind of pages. But my question goes back, like if they are not changing, why we're still doing activities?
Well, I think what has happened is sometimes things have changed silently and we haven't observed it. So why don't we open that list up and see if among the TOC, a few of us can take some of these items.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And we can also remove the priority down if it's needed.
Okay. Lynn, can you please click on that?
Yeah, I did open. I guess it's not shown because I really
you'll probably see a share this tab button that you need to click.
At the
share this tab instead.
Yeah.
Let me stop sharing because I have two screens. Might be easy to just share the other monitor. Screen 2. Okay, can you guys see my screen now? Hopefully better.
Yes.
I'm distorted for me.
Okay, good. So this is the spreadsheets, right?
No, I'm not saying the spreadsheet.
Yeah, it's loading up, Lynn. It's not there yet.
Okay.
Are you running multi-cluster Istio setup on your laptop, Lynn?
No, I shut down my Docker. I guess it's not working, the screen sharing. So still nothing come up?
No.
It's partially rendered.
That's odd. Let me see. I think my. Okay. Does it show anything now? Still not?
No.
I would be happy to present. What do you guys think?
Go ahead, take it over. I don't know what's going on. I stopped.
Okay. Okay, so how do you want to do this, Niraj? You were suggesting two things: either demote some of these to P1 or shard them across the TOC. What do you think we should do here? Does anybody see any reason, like any concerns based on the changes going on in 110? Is there anything here that really requires a review? Something that may be stale?
Well, it's a new website, remember? It's probably good to assign people. I'd be happy to take 1 or 2 pages because Craig did the restructure, so it's pretty important to relook at it, I think.
The extensibility stuff, probably the x.c stuff.
All right, where's the... How do you put a name down for somebody to own this, Shweta?
So they should be in progress.
So I put an owner in the in progress column? Okay.
Yeah. And that will update the timestamp of when they are in progress and when they are done. So me and Brian go with the timelines and check the stats of the automation.
Okay, Louis, you're saying extensibility and which one?
So extensibility might have some changes based on x.z improvements.
Oh, I see. Got it.
And providers, right?
Okay. So that was just one thing. Anything else here that needs a review, needs an owner?
I think customer CA is relatively new, right?
Okay, what else?
Austin, is there anything?
Go ahead, Ray.
I was just going to ask about DNS.
Oh yeah, that too. And configuration status, I think that's new also, right?
Kind of. I think it has been there for a few releases. That I was saying, it would be good for someone like Mitch maybe to take a look at it. Okay. I just don't know if there has been progress this release on it.
Yeah, I'd be happy to give it a look over.
Thank you. And I think Doug mentioned he can look at Istio standard metrics and one more. What was it? The observability ones. Louis, to your question, I don't think anything has changed in the DNS proxying. We have not matured it or made it better as far as I know.
Okay, then we probably don't need.
Which one was that? Which one did you
Well, there's the DNS certificate management, but it more prompted me to think of DNS. Okay. But John is making the same point in the chat.
Yeah, that's different. Good point, John.
Different. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so does that mean that we have a P0 here? We need to add a new row?
No.
No.
Well, John already have documentation for that. Yeah, I actually looked at the doc recently.
Okay, and then what is extensibility? Is that WebAssembly or something else?
Yeah, it's WebAssembly right now.
Okay.
Well, it's also Envoy filter in general.
That could use a review. Mandar, do you want to take that?
Yeah, I can.
Thank you.
I will review that.
Great, thank you. All right, and then this is the last one. I think this should be Oliver. Is he with us? I'm going to reach out to him and ask him to do this. Okay.
Quick question before we move off this topic for extensibility. So are we going to have the new APIs, the telemetry API, or one of the API in 110? Mandar?
Yeah, so actually the tracing API, Doug. Yes, we are.
Okay, so that would need some good review, I'm guessing. We will need to have a top level page apart from the API reference, right?
That should go
Right.
on observability, right?
That would actually go under telemetry, not extensibility. But
Observability.
Yes, but yeah, we will have to add it there.
Okay.
All right.
What was there? So Doug's going to do that, or somebody else?
So yes, I think Doug will do that. Yes.
Okay.
So, Josh, it won't be in the concept space. That's what there's.
Okay. What is the page?
We're going to need a new page. I'll own putting a new page and seeing that through.
Okay, a new page for what?
The telemetry API stuff.
Thanks, Doug.
Yeah, I can review it. So
okay. Great. Okay, ship this one. Should we move on to the next one? Okay,
yep,
I hear no objections. Let's do that. All right. Okay, Shweta, you want to talk about release health?
Yeah, there is one release blocker. I don't know if Sam is on the call, where they were looking for some Envoy merge, which didn't happen. So I don't know how we're gonna work on that one.
Envoy merge for a non-security related Envoy merge.
It's the Jaeger. It's the Jaeger not receiving any trace spans.
Okay.
It's like on the left column there.
15961.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a fix that's been waiting for about a week to be merged into upstream. So
yeah,
that's what's blocking
upstream
out.
Envoy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what we normally do when an Envoy regression misses the Envoy release that we use.
I think we can. What I would like to do, I can help with this. Is get that merged upstream, and then we can just cherry pick it into one of our branches. I think that's fine, as long as it's not, too extensive. And I doubt this one is.
Okay.
All right, I'll make. I got the AI for this one. What else do we need to talk about, Shweta?
That's it. I think the rest are in control. Sam, anything to add here?
Yeah. I think so. Eric added a release blocker, the supported Kubernetes versions for 110, and I think that specifically needs TOC discussion.
So we're saying 117 is the minimum. It's hard to see this.
Yeah, I think it's a similar thing to what happened with 1.9. We're like testing 1.16, but we're not saying that we're testing it. So that's my understanding of this issue.
So we're basically incrementing the min and the max by 0.1. Is that right?
Well, that's the question is that what we want to do? Right. So today it says exactly what we had for 1.9. There is no increment at all. The question is what should it be? Should we increment by each one by 0.1? I think
we should. I think by default we should increment the min and the max by 0.1. Any reason not to do that?
That will make it 110 supported from 118 to 121.
Supported, and then on the tested page we can say what we test, which will be outside of that, right?
Have we tested it on 1.21?
That's a good question.
Yeah, we're testing. Yes. We're testing on. Well, we haven't done the final testing, but John should be. I think we're testing on 1.21 and a version of 1.22 as well.
So about the testing, I think for 1.21, I know kind is so by default Kubernetes 1.21 is it supports dual stack. Kind is still in the progress of implementing that, so it's not necessarily equivalent to a vanilla install of Kubernetes 1.21. So that's just information for people.
That's good to know, Doug. Sorry, Jacob. So let me see. There's some more chatter in the messages here. So it looks like 1.21 1.21 has only been tested in master, which means it is not supported in 1.10. Is that correct, John?
Yes. I mean, I'm almost positive it will work at least 99%, but we don't have it in our test. So.
Yeah, we would have to add it to the test to say it's supported.
Yeah, if someone wants to, I'm sure you could do it with, some couple hours of work, but it's currently not tested. So. And for reference, people that don't know, Kubernetes has slowed down their release cycles, so that's why it's not just bumping everything up, because they've slowed down historically to 3 releases per year at their current cadence, and they're also most likely going to persist that for at least the next few releases.
I see. So if we don't increment the max to 1.21, should we not increment the min and keep it at 1.17?
Which is basically saying just match 1.9.
So I'm looking, John, it looks to me like I thought we were doing 21 in 1.10, but we're doing 22 in master.
Okay.
I think. John might want to confirm that I'm reading it right. But.
So irrespective of the current state, I do want to see if we can get 1.21 Kubernetes support in 1.10. So if it's not too much work and too late, can we do that now, or is that going to cause a lot of toil on the side of release managers?
I think it was just finding somebody to make sure that the tests are running. But John said he thought that it would just work.
There'll be a few small changes to the first-party Jot stuff. But for the mainline users that don't use deprecated features.
So the release is May 18th. So it's still right? Is that right?
Yeah.
I think we still have a whole month. So I think it's an okay time to make this change. It's more about just finding someone to do the work.
Yeah, good. So do you want to refine your statement there, Josh? So we want to target 118 to 121.
Yeah.
Right. And the tested is 116 to 121. Yeah, that sounds right to me.
Assuming we have somebody to do the work for 121.
Yep.
So any volunteers?
I can try and do the work for that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam. What is a rule of thumb? Do we want to say three supported version or 4? We used to have 3 couple of releases back and we moved to 4.
I feel like we have decreased the cost of supporting 4, and our users tend to have a wide mix of Kubernetes platforms. So if that's true, that is our cost is low of supporting 4 versions, I would try to do that.
Okay. Yeah, the user survey suggested that.
Is that correct, other TOC members?
That's certainly desirable. So if the cost is low enough, then.
Wait, sorry.
What
was the proposal?
It was a question, Josh. Like a couple of releases back, we used to support 3. Now we are at 4. So my question was, is the rule of thumb to support 4, or we are just keeping it for few releases to keep it 4 Kubernetes supported versions?
Yeah, I think we changed that since Istio 1.9, right? We already have 4 releases of Kubernetes we support. So seems
John, what do you think? I mean, John, do you care if we narrow the range? Do you want us to narrow the range here?
I don't really care too much. I think most of their, it pains me to say this almost, but most of their breaking changes are behind them. Like we're all on stable APIs. So the only pain that ever is caused, like I could support 15 versions if they didn't remove APIs, and it's no problem. It just takes a little more testing time and CI. The main change is when they remove APIs, but since we're on stable APIs, they can't remove them, or at the very least, we'll have an extraordinarily long deprecation window. So I don't expect many issues again in the future.
Okay. Should we ship my comment?
I'm fine with it.
Okay. Sam, what is your GitHub handle?
It's Monkeyonator. A while ago.
I should have guessed that one. There you go. Okay, great. Thank you. That beats
And we
Deuterino.
can update the docs and to reflect that change as well.
All right. What do you guys think? Okay, that's been approved.
Okay, so Brian and I have one other release blocker, which we should probably mark the issue as a release blocker since it's not on the list. So basically, the download Istio script that we have today does not work for 1.10.
Okay. Why?
So because 1.10, 10 is bigger than 9, and 2 characters instead of 1.
Oh, funny.
Wow, we are still getting bitten by that.
So we got bit by that, and the question we have to do is just fix it, but it's not fixed right now.
Okay.
So I guess part of the problem is because we do a check against 1.15 or 1.5, excuse me. So because 1.5 is where we added the 1.6 is where we added the additional types. So AMD and stuff like that, I think. And that's what's causing us the grief. So we just have to figure out a way to get around it. But it is another issue that's out there.
I mean, that's a release blocker.
Yeah.
Right.
Brian just mentioned that to me, and I'm going, yeah, it should be a release blocker. I know we have an issue, but I think Sam owns it. So we'll work on that one.
Thank you.
Sam, what do you think?
Or Sam created it.
I don't think I think it was Shamshur that created it.
Oh, maybe it was Shamshur.
Yeah. So I think
he's been working on this.
Yeah, so Sam, you don't have to own everything. You're a release manager, but that doesn't mean you have to do all the work. You just have to make sure that we don't ship a release, not fixing something like that. So I think considering you just signed up for the Kubernetes 121 testing, somebody else should take this script fix.
I know Shamshur and I were looking at it last week, so probably one of the two of us can continue with it.
Thank you. Okay, what else? Okay, that is a great achievement. Jacob, are you? Yeah. Yes, you are. Do you want to talk about this one right now, or is this?
Yeah. So
okay.
So Brian made some changes where people put PRs up for approval for what were previously issues regarding like moving features from one stage to another. Yeah, so this is around gateway topology features. So I originally wrote this issue, which you can look in the comments. I addressed all of the comments that are there. No code was changed in actual Istio code, and the TOC said, I don't know, about a month or so ago that we can do this out of band. So we can kind of retroactively for 1.9 say that this is now an alpha feature.
So it was experimental, I see. It's going to alpha. Any sort of backwards compatibility break? Not that we really care, going from experimental to alpha.
No. Primarily the thing that I did is I worked with Sven to make the document more kind of user-facing in terms of use cases, like why somebody would want to enable this feature, and also put the page under automated testing. So like those were the two things that were concerned. This is in mesh config, so it can't go from alpha to, like, there is no, plan to make it beta, unless there's an appropriate API for this. But so yeah.
Does it use Envoy filter? I don't think
no, it does not.
Okay. Any reason not to approve this? What do you guys think?
No, it's good. Thank you for adding the automated test, Jacob.
Yeah,
great. Thank you.
Great.
Okay. Is this right? Ship it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right, now, this is finally, what is this? We don't actually have anything on the, I see, got it. Look at that, the Friday date. Okay. User experience and environments, roadmap presentations. You guys ready to go?
Hang on.
You're looking at May.
Yeah. No, that's
You're right. Thank you, Louis. Yeah. This is why you never want me to lead the discussion again. Sorry.
I'm just going to put on the agenda the same day in May. So.
Okay. All right. Product Security Working Group wants to induct Uten Dai, Lambda into the Product Security Working Group. Any concerns with that? He certainly contributed a lot, and PSWG wants him in. TOC? Going once, going twice?
Fine by me.
That's fine by me. How many people are in the PSWG now?
It's getting kind of big, about 70. But no, I think that it might be about 10 would be my guess. And we have some people who aren't really who have dropped out that we need to do a round of culling to bring that number down a little bit. Yeah.
There's still more work than people they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Believe me, I know. But yeah, it behooves me to ask every once in a while if we've got too many people in it. But not yet.
Okay. Boy, well, shall we end? Anything else to discuss?
The Istio roadmap presentations are scheduled for these 3 days. Since I'll be on vacation, so I have marked them here, and working group leads are aware of it.
Okay. What do you guys think of the new time slot?
It looks like we got the same number of people. I've normally seen around 20 to 25, so that's a good sign. You might be sleeping, but they're here.
Okay.
I feel more tired than I normally do on Friday.
Yeah. I think on Fridays, I'm usually willing to approve anything at that point. It's been a long week.
It was nice not having this on Friday, I must say.
Yeah, and I think it is gonna get boisterous. So enjoy when the roadmap presentations start.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Okay, ship it. Thanks.
Right. Thank you, folks. Bye.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
All right.